In the last video, I showed you all how to get over $17,000 in value from your credit card points to take a trip to Japan in business class and stay in a nice hotel as well. And in that particular example, it would cost you approximately $621 in cash. And I know some of you are wondering, how can I get the amount of points needed to be able to obtain that value?
How?
So in today's video, I am going to share with you some tips on how you can accumulate a lot of credit card points. Now, this is something that I have done from my second credit card onward, with the exception of the most recent credit card I opened up, which happens to be the Built Rewards MasterCard. Go after credit cards with sign-up bonuses, but even more specifically, you want to go after credit cards that are within an ecosystem that earn reward points that will be transferable to transfer partners. At this stage of the game, you don't want to go after a credit card that has a limited earning potential, such as cashback, statement credits, or even worse, statement credits toward a very specific retailers. If travel is going to be your focus, then consider saving those cashback credit card applications for a little later on in your credit card strategy. For example, credit cards like the American Express Blue Cash Everyday Card, Blue Cash Preferred Card, and the Wells Fargo Active Cash Credit Card all come with pretty attractive sign-up bonus offers, and they are all pretty good credit cards. However, those earnings are currently limited to cashback only and do not have access to transfer partners. Now that you understand which type of credit cards to apply for, the next thing to do is to ask yourself 3 questions before you apply. The first question to ask yourself is, how many points will I get? Secondly, what is the minimum spend requirement? And lastly, how much time do I have to meet that minimum spend requirement? So what we're going to do is look at 3 different credit cards that typically come with pretty good sign-up bonuses to answer those 3 questions. The first credit card on this list is the Chase Sapphire Preferred. As you can see, the current online public offer is for 80,000 ultimate reward points after spending $4,000 within the first 3 months of account opening. The second card is the Amex Gold, and it always has like a million different public offers at the same time, but you can see that I came across the offer for 75,000 membership reward points after spending $4,000 within the first 6 months of account opening. And guess what? With those 2 credit cards, we would have enough points necessary to book that trip to Japan in business class. But I will go over one more offer because the Sapphire Preferred sign-up bonus offer is typically at 60,000 ultimate reward points, but it's super easy to get an additional 20,000 ultimate reward points by signing up for either the Chase Freedom Unlimited or Chase Freedom Flex. Both of these cards currently require you to make $500 in purchases within the first 3 months of account opening, and although these cards are marketed as cashback cards and the sign-up bonus states that it's cash back, the bonus will come in the form of ultimate reward points that can easily be transferred to your Sapphire Preferred credit card. So in total, we're looking at $8,000 in spend with just the Amex Gold and Chase Sapphire Preferred, and if we add one of the other Chase credit cards, it'll be an additional $500 onto that $8,000. Yes, I know that sounds like a lot of money because it is. However, stay tuned to the remaining tips because that can give you some ideas on how to meet the minimum spend requirement without breaking your budget to do so. The next tip is to never waste a credit card application, and here's exactly what I mean. Only apply for new credit cards when you can meet the minimum spend requirement to receive the sign-up bonus points. This means that you need to be aware of what that spend requirement is. For luxury travel credit cards, that minimum spend requirement can be thousands of dollars within a few months of opening the credit card, and specifically, the Amex Platinum currently requires new card members to spend $6,000 within the first 6 months of account opening in order to receive those bonus membership reward points. $6,000 is a lot of money, and if you aren't able to spend that amount within the allotted time period, then it would be best for you to hold off on applying for that particular card until you're able to spend that amount of money and pay off that balance without accruing any interest. This is very important because if you open up a credit card that offers one of the most attractive sign-up bonuses out there and you don't meet the minimum spend requirement within the allotted time frame, then you just wasted an opportunity to be able to earn tens of thousands of bonus points, and in the case of the Amex Platinum card, up to 150,000 membership reward points, which can get you over $10,000 in value when redeeming for business class flights. Okay, we're still on the sign-up bonus topic, but this tip is also very important. Always search for the best available sign-up bonus offers for the credit cards that you're interested in. I've seen both Chase and American Express offer multiple different sign-up bonus offers for some of their credit cards at the same time. For example, the Chase Sapphire Preferred currently has 3 sign-up bonus offers available. The public online offer is for 80,000 ultimate reward points, while the in-branch offer is a total total of 90,000 ultimate reward points, and the hardest one to receive, the targeted mail offer, is at 100,000 points. In similar fashion, American Express usually has several offers for the Amex Gold card. 60,000 membership reward points tends to be the base level now, then it moves up to 75,000 points, then 75,000 points with some sort of cashback incentive attached, and finally there's a chance to get 90,000 membership reward points, and they're also offering $200 back in statement credits right now. Anyway, the point is, search around, watch videos like mine and videos from other credit card creators, read blogs like The Points Guys, 1 Mile at a Time, and Doctor of Credit to ensure that you are aware of the latest bonuses available and learn about some of the tricks that you can use to potentially get some of the higher offers that aren't as easily accessible. This one requires a little bit of work and it'll test out your influence level a little bit, but getting people to use your referral link is an easy way to earn a sizable amount of points. Some of you have used my referral links and I'm very thankful to you all because this helps the channel out a lot to continue to bring you content consistently. Typically, referral bonuses on these credit cards can get you 10,000 points or more, and when you take into consideration the reward categories, you have to spend thousands of dollars to accumulate the same amount of points. You can recommend the credit cards to your friends and encourage them to use your referral link. If you're married or in a relationship, you can have your partner use your referral link, and I've also seen Reddit communities that allow you to post your referral link as well. If you're in the business credit card game, some of those credit cards offer 40,000 points for a referral bonus. So definitely look into this strategy and don't ignore it because you may be pleasantly surprised that someone is willing to use your referral link. By the way, I have my referral links in the description section of this video, so if you're interested or in the market for any of the credit cards that I have, consider supporting the channel by using one of those links. You should never settle for 1 point per dollar. I personally did this for a long time because I simply didn't know enough about the credit card game. Issuers like Chase, Citi, Amex, Capital One all have catch-all credit cards that will allow you to get more than 1 point per dollar. I've literally left stores without completing my purchase if I've accidentally left my catch-all credit card at home and that particular store does not accept Apple Pay. Walmart? Looking at you. If you don't have a credit card that gets you 2x points or 1.5x points, then I'm sorry, but you're leaving money on the table and you are going to have to get more credit cards. That statement probably made Dave Ramsey really angry if he ever watches my channel, which I doubt he will, but you never know. Ask for a retention bonus after the first year and after your annual fee has posted. For those of you who don't know, a credit card retention offer is a one-time incentive from the credit card issuer to encourage you to keep your credit card open. Unfortunately, you aren't guaranteed to receive points from a retention offer as they can come in the form of a waived annual fee, some sort of one-time statement credit after meeting a minimum spend requirement, or bonus points with or without minimum spend requirements. It's typically best to ask for this after your first year because once you've held your credit card for a full year, you're usually not in jeopardy of having the credit card issuer claw back those sign-up bonus points you've earned so far, and the credit card issuer most likely hasn't recouped the costs associated with having you as a cardholder as yet. So what you want to do is call the credit card issuer, or in the case of American Express, you can actually message customer service within their app, explain that you're thinking about closing the credit card, and be prepared to give a reason like the annual fee is too high. Wait for their response to see if they extend a retention offer, and you have the choice to accept, decline, or push your luck and try to negotiate. I'd be careful with negotiating though, because I've heard stories of people being transferred to a different representative and then receiving a lower offer. Your mileage may vary. This tip is pretty obvious, but not so obvious to some of you. Again, Dave Ramsey will not like me for saying this, and if this video goes viral for whatever reason, there's a chance that he may show this on his channel and say how much of a fool I am for encouraging credit card debt, which I am not, by the way. But anyhow, so the tip is to always use your credit card. Cash, you don't know what that is anymore. Debit cards, forget those too. Checks, what are we, in the 90s? You're going to use your credit card as much as possible to the extent that it makes sense that you're accumulating as many points as you can by taking advantage of all of the opportunities afforded to you. Just like every penny counts, I would say the same about points. Every point counts. I actually did this one without knowing that I could do it for a fact, which thank God I was actually able to do this because that would have been embarrassing. If you're going to finance a car or purchase a car from a car dealership, use your credit card to make the down payment. Dealerships would typically allow you to put up to $5,000 of the transaction on a credit card. This is an easy way to accumulate points since you are required to spend that cash anyway. Why not use a credit card and allow that cash to work for you to get you some extra points? This final tip is to pay your rent with your credit card. Now, this isn't going to work for everyone, but if you live in a property that accepts credit card payments for rent, then consider using this strategy when working on one of those higher tier credit cards that require a higher minimum spend in a relatively short period of time. For example, I use this strategy to meet my minimum spend requirement for my Chase Business Cash because I knew that I wouldn't be able to spend $6,000 within the first 3 months without including my rent payment. Yes, I did incur a 2% processing fee from property management. However, the return on spend was approximately 15%, so that made it worth paying the 2% fee. What I did was pay my rent for just 1 month and then transferred all of my additional spending over to my credit card for the remaining 3 months. That way, I paid the pesky processing fee only once, and then my regular expenses outside of my rent covered the remaining minimum spend requirement. Alright guys, I hope that you enjoyed those tips, and check out this video next where I go over my credit card strategy for free travel.